This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Well, before we move on completely from this, we'll just wrap it up. And then I have no more news to drop in like an hour. I already recorded the video. But, so, Alpo passed yesterday. He had people didn't know if it was him or not because he had a alternate ID, that the cops gave him, or, the FBI, the feds gave him after he testified. But, within the past couple of years, we've seen more and more sightings of him. He didn't care. And, it's not just that he told. It's the fact that he took out a lot of people during his days, like in Harlem. He took a lot of people. I mean, just Rich Porter and a bunch of other people, like cold-blooded. So, like, any of that could catch up with you, and most people would have stayed away, but he didn't. And then I watched, shout out to Queen Swift, I saw his reaction to it because he's one of the very few people that got to speak to him. And he said, he must have wanted to go, and he wanted to go because he was, he wasn't going to live his life hiding anymore, so if it was going to happen, it was going to happen. And, if you look at it like that, it's like it is what it is. But, it's like I see other people reacting. I saw, Daz Dillinger reacted. We'll get to the big Meech thing in a second. But, Mano reacted and put up somebody that supposedly he took out. Said smiling down. It's like, Daz always talked about the same stuff. So I'm not going to say that. But a lot of people didn't speak while he was here. I'm going to say out of fear because, and I don't blame them for being scared. It's not saying that they're less of a man. Alpo was crazy, man. This guy took out his best friend over something small, man. Like, this guy was insane. Okay? So, I don't blame people. So people were talking now, whatever, like, Daz Dillinger. Daz is always funny, man. I like Daz. He put this up and he said, morals and principle, what does it say? Anybody can get it. And he also put up, he said, as history showed us and the rules and codes are still the same, nothing changes, come and get it. He also put me on to something, moving on from the Alpo thing, he put me on to, I met this guy before, a legend out there, Red Rum, passed away out in California. Blood passed away. He's a Blood. I met him a few times through, I can't remember who. Was it Mexican Sean? Somebody introduced me to him. And this was around the time Cal had an artist called Red Rum. So I was like, hey, man, that has nothing to do with me. He wasn't pressing me or anything. He was just like, yo, that's kind of messed up. I said, yo, they might not even know. You should just reach out to him. I think I gave him the numbers to reach out to the office, too, But it's like, he was a good guy. I met him at a dispensary. That's where I met him. Anyways, maybe I met him through Filthy. Anyways. So, Big U posts up a new picture of him in jail. Let me get to that. And then we'll get to the other stuff. So, Big U posts co-founder Demetrius, Big Meech founder in prison. This comes as 50 Cent BMF series, blah, blah, blah. I guess somebody went to visit him. Hopefully, Big Meech gets out soon. I mean, jeez. He's done a lot of time at this point. And it's not like they went to jail for conspiracy, not for anything else. So it's like, come on, His brother's out. He should be out. But anyways, let's get into the other stuff. We got, when Camron MASE reacted to when Alpo first started lurking around Harlem. We'll play that right now. Camron and Mace kind of reacting to Alpo. They're Harlem natives, and they come from a different day where, your past would haunt you. But nowadays, Camron says you can be whoever you want on social media, and your past doesn't really matter. You can reinvent yourself. I mean, he didn't mention this stuff per se, but like just to say, even Rick Ross, that's not even his name. He probably didn't do half the things he said, the rapper, but the actual Rick Ross, the guy from California, the drug dealer,
he was a real dude, and his name was basically stolen from him. You know, it's like just that's just one instance. There's plenty of instances of people just being who they. A lot of rappers are faking it. You know, a lot of rappers back in the day weren't living that life. You know. So, anyways, this is them reacting right here, and check it out. Let me know what you guys think.
I'll get offended. I'll just tell you if I don't want to answer. I'm not going. I never met him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him personally. I know the story because I'm too young to know that story, like hands on. But growing up in the era I grew up in, I knew the story. That's why I was able to play the part so good. But I never met him ever. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't have no real opinion on it, to be honest. That particular person you're talking about, but we live in a day and age, my nigga, where you could be anybody you want. It don't matter who you used to be. It don't matter who you used to be. If nigga believe you today, that's who you are. Because it's all type of rappers that used to be somebody else, and now they're rappers, whatever you want to claim them to be. But they used to have another occupation, and now they're, you know what I'm saying? They're quote unquote.
How do I feel about Alpo walking around Harlem? I never saw Alpo. I know his son's supposed to be nice and rapping. I definitely would like to hear his music. Who else? Mason Lil Yachty, Mason Snoop, Mason Kent Jones, Mason Nas. I always wanted to do a song with Nas. But I think when I go to the studio with like real rappers, they know I'm trying to kill. I'm definitely trying to work with. I don't like working with people that everybody work with. Davies is on Now We Even. Chief Keef is on Now We Even. I want to get Lauryn Hill on Now We Even, and SZA. Treasy. Tell her hit me up. Yeah, Mesu featuring SZA would be dope. Y'all already know that'll be dope. Who else? Yeah, give me all y'all dream records so I know I can write them down. You said Mason, SZA, who else? Niggas done started something too. That would be crazy too. Who else?